I hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to do a science experiment. We're going to be talking about sinking and floating. So, if something sinks, that means that it falls down to the bottom of the water. And if something floats, it means it stays on top of the water. So, here are some things that float. I'm going to put some pictures on the screen. One is a boat. Boats float on top of the water, right? If you've ever been on a boat, you know that you don't get wet because the boat stays on top of the water. Another thing that floats is sticks. If you've ever been to a river or an ocean or a pond, you've probably seen some sticks floating on the top of the water like this one. Okay, so here's one thing that sinks. So a rock will sink to the bottom of the water. If you've ever been to a river or an ocean or a pond and you've thrown rocks into the water, you probably saw them disappear and sink all the way to the bottom of the water. So rocks sink. So today I'm going to be doing a very short version of what we're going to do tomorrow on Zoom. So I'm going to test out 4 different objects today, and I'm going to see if they sink or fall down or they float, stay on top of the water. So the objects that I'm going to test today are a penny, a coin, a paper clip, a leaf, and a pen. Okay, so I'm going to do my experiment now. I'm going to start with this coin. So I'm going to have a song that we sing before we put in each object into the water, and it goes like this. Will it sink or will it float like a rock or like a boat? So we're going to sing that before we put in each object tomorrow on our Zoom too. So I'm going to start with this coin. I'm going to say, will it sink or will it float like a rock or like a boat? And I'm going to drop it in. And we see that it went all the way down to the bottom of the water, so it sinks. So the next one I'm going to test out is a pen. And we're going to sing the same song. Will it sink or will it float like a rock or like a boat? And you can see, I think you can see it, this pen right here is floating because it's staying on top of the water. Okay, so we have one thing that sinks so far and one thing that floats. Next thing I'm going to do is a paper clip. Will it sink or will it float like a rock or like a boat? And if you can see, it's right next to the coin. It's kind of hard to see from here, but it's right here. It went all the way to the bottom, so that means that the paper clip sinks. So the coin sinks and the paper clip sinks. So far, the only thing that floats is the pen. So the last thing we're going to test out is this leaf that I found in my backyard. We're going to sing the song one more time. Will it sink or will it float like a rock or like a boat? And if you can see, I'll move my camera, it floats. So the leaf and the pen float on top of the water. And down below, you can see that there's a paper clip and a coin that sink to the bottom. So that's what we're going to be doing on our Zoom tomorrow. So when we do our Zoom tomorrow, I would like you to bring a container of water like this. It doesn't have to be too big. And then I want you to bring a few objects. They could be toys or coins like I brought or things from outside. But just make sure that they're okay to go in water and that they won't break if they go in the water. And then the last thing you need is just a paper towel like this so that you can dry off the objects when you're done putting them in the water. So think about what you want to bring for tomorrow, and I'll see you on Zoom. Bye, friends.